next presentation is from the Continuum Advisory Group, titled Order Takers or Value Creators: Engineering, Construction, and Facilities Groups as Critical Drivers of Organizational Performance. These days, simply delivering a capital construction project safely, on time, and on budget is not enough. A study was conducted with 35 of the largest, most successful corporations in the world, and this presentation will show how they have begun to integrate their ECF departments into their overall strategic plans. Please welcome Continuum Advisory Group's President and Chief Operating Officer, Gretchen Gagel.
Good morning. I'd like to begin today with a story. If you work for an owner organization, can I have you raise your hand? Okay, now I want you to close your eyes. You can put your hands down, close your eyes. I realize this is a bit of a trust exercise in a room full of engineers and contractors, but keep them closed. It's a joke. Now I want you to imagine that the CEO of your company has called you to her office. She turns to you and she says, "John, I need you to deliver our capital program in half the time. And not only do I need you to deliver our capital program in half the time, I need you to cut 30% of the cost out of that capital program." Now, engineers and contractors, you haven't been left out of this, because who do you think the first call is going to be to, right? All of you. How do I cut 30% of the cost and 50% of the time out of my program? You can open your eyes now from the dream, possibly a nightmare. And it may seem like a dream to you, but one of your high-tech colleagues, this is a true story. And he was told that if he did not cut 30% of the cost and 50% of the time out of their capital program, their organization could cease to exist. Now, that's a critical directive. That was the seed for this unique collaboration between Continuum Advisory Group and CII. And Wayne Crew and I, 2 years ago, felt that this was really something that was worth studying. Our engineering, construction, and facilities departments prepared to have these conversations? Are they sitting at the highest strategic tables of the corporation? Are they order takers, waiting to be told what to build, or are they value creators that are focused upon how to improve share price, return on investment, et cetera? So we set off with our research team. We even convinced Wayne to come back from retirement a bit and do some of the interviews. Stephen Mulva and myself, Continuum Advisory Group, made a significant investment in this study. And we set off with these research hypotheses: that the relationship between engineering, construction, and facilities maintenance departments and the organizations they serve is changing dramatically. That a technically competent engineering, construction, and facilities maintenance department that delivers requested projects safely, on time, and on budget is not enough for an organization to remain competitive. That engineering, construction, and facilities maintenance must be engaged in developing strategic business solutions if an organization is going to compete in today's fast-paced global economy, and that there are specific strategies and tactics that contribute to gaining a strategic seat at the table for your organization. Our approach, we went out and interviewed 35 organizations. And this is a very interesting point about this study. And I've been consulting in the industry for over 20 years. The first time that we've gone out and not only did we talk to people in the engineering, construction, and facilities departments, we actually talked to people in the business units that they're serving, and very high-level executives, presidents and CFOs of the companies that are served by these people. We documented the position of each organization on a maturity scale that I'm going to show you in just a moment. And we developed a list of strategies and tactics to more effectively link engineering, construction, and facilities maintenance departments to corporate objectives. This is a list of organizations. There's one anonymous, but 34 of the 35 are on this slide. And one thing, there's actually two things that you're going to notice about this slide. One is that we're very diverse in the organizations that we chose to speak with. We wanted to cover a variety of industries, and we also wanted to talk to people that were not currently CII members, because it was a great way for us also to spread the word of the great work that CII does. Very interesting group of organizations that we spoke with. Here's our maturity curve. So let me take just a moment to explain this. On the left-hand side, the green, you have a reactive and inefficient engineering, construction, and facilities department, reacting fairly ineffectively at times to orders that are being placed for things to be built and maintained. That middle blue column, you have proactive and responsive. So we're proactively meeting with our internal business clients, we're responsive, and we're efficient in meeting the needs of the business. And then the purple on the right-hand side is where you've really achieved that innovative strategic solution provider, where your advice is sought out by the senior executives of the organization before any decisions are made related to facilities. The X's represent the companies that we actually interviewed. When you come to our breakout, which is in National Harbor 12 and 13 this afternoon, running twice, you'll have a chance to think about where your organization falls on this maturity curve. So we're going to delve into the key findings of the study in the breakout session. I just want to go over them quickly here. One was that companies are effective, several of the companies interviewed, in identifying their current position on the maturity scale, the desired position, and why. So every position isn't right for every company. Where do we need to be operating on this maturity scale, and why? Invest in understanding the needs of your internal business clients, to the point of some of the people interviewed embedding people in their business unit clients. Drive towards innovation and agility in support of the corporate objectives. That's been a key theme that we've heard about quite a bit over the last 2 days, high levels of innovation. Create a culture of innovation and accountability to corporate results. We're one of the organizations that we interviewed creating a dashboard for their corporation, for their engineering, construction, and facilities department that closely aligns with the dashboard for the corporation. To measure the value that innovative capital program delivery creates. So one of the people that you're going to hear speak on our panel today, they can actually link every share price increase for their company to a capital construction program. That is specifically measuring the value that you're creating for your organization. Communicate how each person serves the needs of the organization. Another company that we interviewed, down to a field superintendent, is doing financial classes and teaching people about share price and return and how what they do in their role supports the overall corporate objectives. Benchmarking came up repeatedly. Benchmark, benchmark, benchmark. Understand how you're doing in supporting corporate objectives, and then focus on continuous improvement. And then, very, very, very important, engage your service providers in innovating for success. So those of you with engineering and construction firms, do you understand the corporate objectives that your clients are supporting? So who should attend our session? If you're in an engineering, construction, and facilities department, you wonder where you are on the scale, you want to hear from others about their stories of where they are on the scale. If you've brought business unit people with you, obviously a great opportunity to have that conversation with them. If you're a service provider, how can you create a competitive advantage related to your ability to understand the corporate needs of your clients. Even more importantly is that we're going to have a fabulous, fabulous panel of people. Jeff Wolf with Procter & Gamble, Ron May with DTE Energy, and Al Schwarzkopf with Merck. They're all going to be very candidly sharing their story of where they are on the maturity scale and their strategies and tactics for ensuring that they're sitting at the strategic table of their corporation. So once again, order takers or value creators. Our breakout is in National Harbor 12 and 13 at 1 o'clock and 2:20. This has been an incredible opportunity for Continuum Advisory Group to partner with CII, and we appreciate your attention. Thank you.